There are lots of different ways to buy a car. You're probably most familiar with a bank loan, a mortgage redraw, or even paying cash. But ask someone in the know, and we suggest you do, and most will tell you that if your workplace offers novated leasing as a salary packaging benefit, it's worth your serious consideration. Here's why. With a novated lease, you don't pay GST on the purchase price, and you don't need a deposit. We take the hassle out of paying your car expenses too, bundling finance and running costs into a single payment on payday. And because they're paid from your pre-tax income, you save at least 30% on fuel, maintenance, rego, servicing, and insurance for the life of the lease. So, what does a novated lease look like when you come to smart leasing? Let's start with the buying. Now, with a novated lease, you can buy a new or used car. If you're buying a new car, there's no GST on the purchase price, so you instantly save 10%. With smart leasing, our buying power and huge dealer network means we can almost certainly get you the best new car price going, or close to it. And any extras you want for your car, we can help you with those too. When you've settled on the car you want, we help you organise finance and, based on how many kilometres you estimate you'll travel, how much you'll spend running your car. We add those together to get your total budget and break it down into smaller fortnightly amounts. So each payday, you're paying a little towards your finance and a little towards your annual fuel bill, insurance, rego, tyres, servicing, even roadside assistance. And since your running costs are billed back to your smart leasing account, there are no out-of-pocket expenses. That means filling up cash-free, no forking out for servicing, and no draining the bank account at rego time. And this is where buying your new car with a novated lease gets really good. We work with your employer to deduct the amount needed to pay for and run your car. In most cases, your running costs are deducted from your pre-tax income. So whatever your tax rate is, that's how much you'll be saving on your running costs. Pretty great, hey? So let's break that down into dollars and cents. Say you're on a salary of $65,000. You estimate you travel about 10,000 kilometres a year, and you'd like to keep this car for 4 years. Now remember, a novated lease includes your finance and running costs, so you won't need to worry about big out-of-pocket expenses like rego and servicing. Smart leasing takes care of all the budgeting for you. So you crunch the numbers and decide you can afford to spend $350 a fortnight on your car and its running costs, which means you're looking at a car valued at about $25,000. The beauty of a novated lease is that the tax office views most of the costs as a benefit of your employment, and you only need to pay tax on part of the costs. In this case, 20% of the car's FBT base value is deducted from your post-tax income, and the balance of your lease package is tax-free. So you could be saving $1,500 a year in tax alone. Plus, the portion deducted from your post-tax income offsets any fringe benefits tax liability. So there's nothing to declare at tax time. Great news if you work in the health or not-for-profit sector. You can pay for the whole car pre-tax with your salary packaging threshold. Now, one last thing before we go. Lots of people ask, what happens at the end of the lease? Do you just hand back the car keys and that's it? Well, no. In fact, we can sell that car for you through our disposal membership and help you take out a new lease on a brand spanking new one. And if you love the car you're in, you can refinance the lease and keep enjoying the tax savings, or pay off the residual value and the car is yours to keep. Okay, enough of the chit-chat. Try out the savings calculator at smartleasing.com.au and see how we can help you get into the car you love for less.